Happy Friday. So, we've all have had some kind of drama happening in our workplace. And it could be something that included you, something where you weren't involved and you just happened to be a bystander, or it was something that you've been hearing around. You've heard, people have been saying this and that, through the grapevine. Well, there's one particular time, I swear, this woman and the place where I used to work at, I'm not gonna mention at all. Not gonna disclose that. So, this woman, I didn't like this woman only because how she conducted herself, and the reason why, the way she carried herself, the way she conducted herself was like everything was a race, everything was competitive. Like, it was like she had to race, she had to be competitive. I cannot tell you how many times where work would be let out and I would back out of my parking space, everything's clear, and she would really like drive right past me as I'm backing out like a speed demon. She done that 3 times, nearly taking out my back bumper. There was one time where I was ahead of her. I was at the stop sign to wait to turn to make my left. She obviously didn't want to wait, starts to go to the right where there's obviously not enough space, and she nearly scratches my car. So I was like, wow, it clearly means like if you don't get to where you need to be, if you're not first, it ruins your day. And the reason why I say this was like, this woman, now, I'm not making fun of her or anything. It's just she holds the attributes of what a germaphobe would have. And there was a few times where I thought she may have had OCD, but really she's a woman that clearly, if it's not done her way or if she doesn't get to where she needs to get to, it ruins her whole day. And she's often rude about it too. The reason why I say this is because there was one time, it was at lunch, I got to one of the opened microwaves first. Usually she's one of the first ones to get there, but on this particular day she wasn't. So I had put my food in and she had the audacity, which I felt was pretty rude. I mean, you don't do that. She goes up to me and she goes, "How long?" And I simply said, "A minute." She goes, "Oh," like it wasn't a good enough for her. And I'm like, first off, you don't ask anyone how long their food's in there. You wait your turn. Now, unless I said, well, mine's 5 minutes, how long is yours? Okay, why don't you go before me? That's different. That actually happened to me once. A gentleman had asked me how long would mine take. I said it should take only a minute. He goes, why don't you go ahead of me? Mine's going to take a bit. That's different. That's common courtesy. But what she did wasn't courtesy. She acted as if that ruined her whole day. Well, you know what? Screw you. You should have gotten here faster then. And the reason why I said she was a germaphobe was like she had the typical characteristics. She would wipe down the tables to a point where it had to be wiped down. She would even go as far as like when she would open her, let's say it was her water bottle, she would always wipe the rim of the water bottle, which I don't understand how. It's not like anyone took her water bottle and drank it, but she would do that. And at the same time, if I was in the bathroom and you can tell if she was in the next stall, you would hear like the rumblings of the toilet. She would flush the toilet beforehand, then wash the wipe the rim of the toilet with however many paper towels, which I always felt that was unnecessary because almost every time she did that, whatever toilet she was at or she used, it would be clogged. And it would be backed up and like that would be out of order. So that's why I feel like she was a germaphobe. Like I said, I'm not trying to make fun of her. I'm not trying to degrade her. It was just from what I was seeing and what the typical behavior of someone who has germophobia, that's what she was doing. And like I said, I thought she had OCD because it was like she had to do this and that. Really, she was just a competitive person and wanted to be first at everything. And that's again like one of the main reasons why I didn't like her, because she nearly took out my bumper 3 times. You know, so she can get over it. But if she did that, I would have made her that you hit my car. We have this. You're gonna have to pay for it. But this one particular day that even amplified my what do you call it? My realization even more was one day it was break, and a good amount of us women, we were in the girls' bathroom. Now, oh my god, I was in the middle stall. You know, which is, I will add another thing of why I felt she was a germaphobe was because one day I was in the bathroom. It was break time. One day we was in the bathroom, and she went into one stall, and another stall opened up, and I was gonna go there. She's like, oh my god, and then goes into the stall that I was gonna go. Wait, what the flip happened? So I go to that stall, and I'm like, okay, yeah, someone didn't flush the toilet, but it wasn't like the residue was on the toilet seat or like there was stuff that. I simply took some toilet paper, flushed the handle of the toilet, and then there it was. I'm like, no big deal. Okay, I understand no one wants to see it, but then again, if there's only 3 stalls, then uh, you can't be doing that now unless it was out of order. Then that's a different story. But it wasn't out of order. But anywho, uh, fast forward to what I was talking about. So I had gone. So we were in the bathroom. All the women were in the bathroom, and I had gone into the middle stall, and I was doing what I had to do, and just when I was halfway, I was about to turn the knob to get out of the stall. I had heard a voice basically asking, "Oh, you don't touch the handle? Like you don't touch the handle?" I was like, "What are they talking about?" And then I heard another person say, "No, I never touch the handle." So I opened the door, and the woman who I am talking about is like in shock and complete disgust. She goes, "Everyone touches the handle," like as if like something had ruined her day. And I was a bit taken back. I'm like, "What the flip happened?" So the woman goes into the stall I went to, and another woman goes into the stall that the other woman was, and I'm washing my hand, and pretty soon pretty soon the line's done, and another my coworker is waiting, and I was like, "Hey, what happened?" Because the reason why I wasn't being nosy, I wanted to know what happened. That way, if I was pulled into the office and they had asked me, "Hey, do you know what happened in the ladies' bathroom today?" I would have I can tell them, "Yes, I do," or "No, I don't," or "I don't know what exactly happened, but obviously there was some sort of dispute happening. What the details of the dispute was, I have no idea." But I'd asked the person, and my coworker says, "Oh, so and so flushed the toilet with their foot, and the woman didn't like that." So I was like, "Okay, well, I understand why, because why are you using your foot to hold the handle, to flush the handle? Why not get a piece of toilet paper and flush the handle?" Well, then again, it's either that woman, that's just her method, that's how she's done it for years. And at the same time, I mean, I would hope that everyone's going to is going to wash their hands after they use the facilities. You know, I could only hope. But I mean, like this woman who she thinks everything was dirty and how she was like shocked and like disgusted. I mean, like, you're going to wash your hands. Relax. You're going to wash your hands. You're going to wash it off, or, whatever. So, I don't know. This woman, I don't know, germaphobe, or someone who just doesn't want to touch something gross. I'm the same way. I don't like feeling stickiness on my hands. I don't want to turn a doorknob or a handle and feel something sticky on it. I don't like that. However, I mean, you're going to wash your hands. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think she could have done it differently if she didn't have to do that at all. I mean, the way she did, no one else cared, but the way she did it goes even more of why the reasons why I feel like she was a germaphobe. Like I said, I'm not trying to make fun of her, degrade her. It was just she showed a lot of characteristics of what a germaphobe would usually do, and that right there was the hammer on the nail. Um, so everyone else didn't care when my coworker told me what happened. I'm like, okay, I get why that's nasty, but it's not like, it's not something to act like it's the end of the day, end of the world. I mean, she went to another stall. She used that stall instead, and she was gonna wash her hands. But everyone's different. It's just my God, like I said, this. I don't know. I didn't like the way this woman conducted herself, and obviously that especially was even more reason why I didn't like her. But to each their own.